Our first story today is I was 28 when I found out my dad had a whole nother family, a partner, two daughters, and he's been living this double life for nearly 3 decades. Hi, Aunt Jay. I thought my family was ordinary. Just me, my brother, my mum, and dad. We weren't perfect, but I believed we were solid. Dad worked hard, Mum kept the house running, and we had the usual ups and downs. But that illusion, that was shattered last year when I turned 28. Well, it started small. I got a Facebook request from a girl I didn't know. She had the same surname as me, and when I clicked her profile, I nearly dropped my phone. She looked just like me. Same eyes, smile. At first, I thought it was some weird coincidence until I scrolled through her pictures. And that's when I saw my dad. Not just one photo, but in dozens. Birthday parties, graduations, family holidays, smiling proudly, with his arm around her and another young girl. They looked like teenagers, and standing beside them was a woman I'd never seen before. But in these photos, she looked every bit like his partner. I messaged the girl straight away, demanding to know what was going on. Her reply made me want the ground to disappear beneath me. She replied, "He's my dad." "Why, what's it to you?" And that's how I found out my dad had been leading a double life, another partner, two daughters, a whole second family, just a few miles from us. When I confronted him, he didn't deny it. He just sighed and sat down and said, "I never wanted you to find out like this." Of course, my mum was crushed. She sat in silence while he explained. Apparently, he'd met the other woman years ago and never really left her. He just divided his time. Business trips weren't really business trips. Nights he said he was working late were nights he spent with them. He'd been with both families for nearly 30 years. And looking back, some things suddenly made sense. The birthdays he missed because of work, Christmas mornings where he had to pop out for a few hours. The times he was unreachable. My whole childhood looks different now. The truth was hiding in plain sight. Mum feels humiliated. 30 years of marriage, and she never knew. My brother's furious. He's cut Dad off completely. And me? I'm torn. A part of me wants to hate him, but a part of me can't stop looking at the pictures of these two girls, my half-sisters. They didn't ask for any of this either. Do they know about us? Are they living the same lie we were? I don't know how to move forward. I don't know if I can forgive him, and the worst part is, I don't even know who my dad really is anymore. What a devastating discovery. You didn't just find out your dad lied. You found out your whole family history isn't what you thought it was. That shakes your whole foundation, and it's no wonder you feel lost. None of this is your fault. You didn't create this double life, and you didn't choose for the truth to come out this way. All you did was uncover what was already there. Your dad made these choices. He built two families. He carried on believing he could keep it all under wraps. But of course, secrets like this never stayed buried forever. They always find their way out, and when they do, the fallout is brutal. Your mum's reaction is heartbreak, your brother's is anger, and yours is confusion. All three very natural responses. But they don't have to be permanent. Sometimes when something big comes out, it feels like the whole story of your life has been rewritten. But the truth is, your childhood still happened. The good memories are still real, even if they're painful to look back on right now. As for your dad, only you can decide whether or not you still want him in your life. Some people cut off all contact because the betrayal is just too deep. And others set boundaries and keep limited relationships. And what matters is that it's your choice and not his. He's lost all the right to dictate what kind of daughter you should be. Our second story today is silent treatment. My husband hasn't spoken a word to me in 3 weeks. He eats, works, he laughs with friends, but not to me. Nothing. I don't even know why. Hi, Aunt Jay. I've been married to my husband for 12 years. We've had our ups and downs like anyone else, but nothing prepared me for this. 3 weeks ago, he just stopped speaking to me completely. He still goes to work every morning. He makes himself breakfast. He comes home, he showers, eats dinner. But he does it all in silence. If I ask him for something, he'll give me a shrug or a nod. Nothing more. It's like I don't exist. The strangest part is he's not silent with anyone else. He talks to our kids. He'll answer the phone to his mom. He even laughs with his friends. But the moment he looks at me, it's like I'm invisible. I've begged him to tell me what's wrong. I've asked, have I done something? He just stares through me. I've cried in front of him. He just walks past me, like I wasn't even there. We don't sleep in the same bed anymore. He's moved into the spare room on the second night, and he hasn't come back. And what makes it worse is how normal he acts outside of me. To the kids, he's cheerful and attentive. To neighbours, polite and friendly. With me, nothing. Silence. I feel like I'm going insane. How can someone you share your life with just erase you like this? I've replayed the weeks before it started over and over again. Did I say something? Did I forget something important? Was it about money, work, another woman? He won't give me even a single clue. And I just feel so humiliated. When family ask how we are, I lie. I say everything's fine. Because how can I admit my husband has cut me off like this? Like I'm some stranger in the house. Even our children have started to notice. They ask why Dad doesn't talk to Mum anymore, and I don't even know what to say. I don't want them growing up thinking this is normal. It's been 3 weeks now, and I feel like I'm living with a ghost. I don't know how much longer I can take it, Aunt Jay. Do I keep trying, or do I accept that my marriage might already be over? What you're describing isn't just silence, it's punishment, and it's cruel. The silent treatment isn't about cooling off or needing space. It's about control. It's a way of saying, I'll decide when you matter and when you don't. And in a marriage, that's not just hurtful, it's toxic. You've already seen proof. He talks to the children, he talks to his friends, even laughs on the phone. He's not incapable of speaking, he's choosing not to speak to you. And that choice is designed to make you feel small, desperate, and invisible. 3 days would have been painful enough, but 3 weeks is emotional abuse. And you're right to be worried about the children. Children see more than we think. If they grow up watching their dad freeze you out, they'll learn that it's normal to treat someone that way, or to accept it. That's why it shouldn't be just brushed off as a phase. Now, whether or not your marriage can survive depends on one thing, whether or not he's willing to take responsibility and change. That'll mean proper communication and even counselling. But if he won't even acknowledge you, then that'll tell you where his priorities are. What matters most now is your dignity, your well-being, and your children seeing you stand up for yourself. Because you don't deserve to live in silence. You deserve a partner who respects you enough to use words, even in anger. So no, don't just wait it out. You decide what you're prepared to live with, and you make it clear to him that this is not. Because being ignored for 3 weeks in your own home, that's not marriage, that's cruelty. Well, those are my thoughts. Have you ever found yourself in any of these situations? And what advice do you have? And how would you deal with it? Let me know in the comments below. Thank you so much for watching, and subscribe for more stories like this. I post every single week. But until next time, guard your heart and protect your peace.